All right, welcome, guys. It's time for Baseballs, and let's get talking. It's going to be really very interesting, I promise you, if you stay with us. Well, today we're looking at, should couples be allowed or spouses be allowed to go on sleepovers? That's what it's all about. Okay. I want to welcome Wale. Wale, you're welcome.
Thank you.
And Ajin.
Hello.
Welcome. All right. So, for starters, let's begin. Ajin, walk us through this concept of sleepovers. How did we get to sleepovers?
Okay, so sleepovers, when you're friends with someone and you just want to spend more time with them. So possibly like you don't have, like the whole day may not be enough for you to spend time with them. And then you say to yourself, okay, let's just chill, let's hang out, let's just talk, let's just relate, basically. Okay. So you say we fix a date and then you go to the person's house and then you spend the night there. And when you go for a sleepover, anything that happens in the sleepover literally just stays in the sleepover.
Okay, good.
Wow.
Okay.
So, please, I just need clarification.
So,
the person you are sleeping over at their house, are they opposite sex? Are they same sex? Are they friends? Are they colleagues? Is there a categorization of who you can sleep over at their house and who you can't sleep
Well, I don't think it really matters who yours. I mean, if your mind is clean, whether it is man or whether it is woman, because I mean, these days, there's no difference again between man and woman and what is happening and what's going on. So if your mind is pure, why should you be scared that your spouse is going to sleep over at someone's house?
Pure? I don't understand. Like, you are going to be on the same bed with somebody. You talking about
not
purity.
Be on the same bed.
What is pure?
A sleepover doesn't mean you are going to be in the same room.
But you're going to be with somebody unsupervised in a...
Adults. You're adults now. What do you need permission for?
Yeah, but I'm in a relationship with the person now. I need to know what the person is doing outside me.
I'll tell you, I'm going to my friend's house for a sleepover.
So I should believe in your mouth.
Of course. You don't trust me.
Trust in this day and age.
Oh, wow, you don't trust your spouse. Why are you married to them?
Come on. Trust is, you build trust. You earn trust.
Yes.
I don't just dash you trust.
So has your spouse done something to you that made you think that you should not trust in them or made you feel...
By even mentioning a sleepover is a reason for concern.
So, Wale, before we even get to what really happens in a sleepover to get worried about, do you think as a man, you as well would need a sleepover? Or, I mean, you could use sleepovers too with your fellow guys.
As far as I'm concerned, if I tell you I'm going to sleep over, I am going to fornicate. I'm going to cheat.
Yeah.
Straight up. What am I sleeping over in somebody's house for? What am I sleeping in a guy's house for? If we stay in the same state and I can go to my house. If I travel, if I'm out of town, I want to stay in your house.
Yes.
But if I am in the same area and I say I want to come and sleep over your house, what are we talking about? Do a video call with your friend. Why do you need to be in pajamas and just be chopping?
Bonding.
But Wale, no, just actually, let's see this. Wale, see it from this perspective that as guys, can't we sit over, talk about Man United, Arsenal, and
all night,
and have our favorite couple of movies and
all night
and favorite brands of brews that we like?
We can chill. It's not a sleepover. I did not go and pack my clothes that I'm going to sleep over. I can come to your house and we're gisting. And one bottle of beer leads to movies and I end up dozing off and, I rush home at some point. But I did not plan to sleep there.
Yes.
And when I'm planning to sleep over in my friend's house, I need to be... for me, in a relationship with somebody, I will be suspicious. I'm very suspicious.
No, but Ajin raised a very fundamental issue where she raised the issue of trust. If, let's say, even married or even you're in a relationship with someone, for being open to say, you know what, I and the girls were having a sleepover.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's open enough. Or you rather she had gone for a sleepover and you were not told about it, only for you to find out it was a sleepover.
Okay, so there are different types of sleepover. There is the communal sleepover where there are more than, maybe 5 girls, 10 girls, and then there is the one-on-one sleepover. The communal sleepover, I will understand if you were bridal shower or a baby shower, or do you understand?
Yes.
Those are events you want to commiserate with somebody, you want to be there to say, look, I'm going to my friend's house, so she just gave birth. Do you understand? That's different. A sleepover to me is just, I miss her, I miss him. I want to go and sleep over in his house. What happened to your own house? You are supposed to build a solace with me.
Yeah.
That's what we are supposed to have. We're supposed to have a place where both of us run to from everybody else to spend time together. What are you looking for outside there? It's an indication that something is wrong somewhere.
Well, I know it doesn't really matter whether it is a sleepover or not. Like, regardless of what time of the day, anything that was to happen, whether it is in the morning or that is in the night, will still happen.
It happens at 7 a.m. in the morning. My fear is just that, you see, the concept itself, anything can happen. It doesn't even have to happen in the house. It can happen in the car. It can happen in the toilet. Exactly. It can happen in the cinema. But I'm just saying, when I have to now agree to you going over to sleep over, even me, there's contempt here of to say me agreeing for you to now spend time outside myself.
Okay, so in essence, you're saying that a sleepover and a regular visitation are two different things. When what can happen in a sleepover can also happen in a regular visit.
If a sleepover is the one that you carry pajamas, it's different.
Your original fear is them having something to do with each other. If I tell you I'm going to visit my friend is a guy, the next 2 hours, I don't need up to 1 hour for.
Are you going to be open? Are you going to be able to open your mouth and tell me you're going to your friend as a guy and you're going to their house
to visit them?
To visit them
in
their house. Did I
not have friends before I met you? I married
and now you are going to a male friend's house.
But
okay, I'm going to a hotel to see my male friend.
Now,
hotel, even worse. What are you going to do with a male friend?
Women have male besties.
No, what are we looking for? Look, we have to understand what a relationship is. A relationship, a marriage, we have to understand what it is. Both of us have decided to become one and spend more time together and gradually squeeze in together. So if you now want time outside me, it's like you say you want some time out from this. Something is fishy as far as I'm concerned.
In spite of being together, isn't also that craving of also wanting some aloneness time away?
Alone time is different from sleepover with another man in somebody or another lady in their house.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting the company of your friends as
Company of friends is okay. Broad daylight. Please go and visit. Have fun. Go to movies, do whatever but there is something called home. So we have to define that.
Yeah, there's something called home. If it's something, even people say that's even a country called home. But Ajin, for someone who's really skeptical about, and from what Wale says, it speaks majority of how our psyche is.
Yeah.
If a woman walks up to the better half or the boyfriend to say, I'm going for a sleepover, if this reaction doesn't come up, then something must be wrong. So now it's been nice for you to help us understand what really are some of those things that really women or ladies or girls get to talk about that really makes it necessary for these sleepovers or girls' time. Sort of just help us get us into your world a bit. Maybe it might settle us a bit.
Girls' business is really girls' business. There's no need for me to be dishing that out to anybody.
They won't sell you. They won't beat you in the next meeting.
There's no need for us to dish it out. But whatever we discuss there, most times, if you're married, some people that talk about their marriages talk about it as well. Some people that are in other relationships, because when girls go for sleepovers, everybody in the friend group is not married.
Okay.
So you might talk about flings, you might talk about certain things, and if you have a close-knit friend group, they will not spill your secrets. So even at that, you have to be sure you're not just releasing everything in your mouth. So we go there, we just release. We just relax. Your husband does something, he snores a lot, and you don't know how to tell him. You've told him, look, he can't stop it.
Yeah.
You talk about it. Maybe there's someone that's toasting you, and you're like, oh, babe, this guy has been disturbing me.
So it takes a whole night to do this, or probably 2 nights.
We just want to bounce, basically. Okay. And it's easier when you're with your girls. You can just let loose. Get naughty a little bit. Just relax.
Okay.
You get. And things that you may not be able to do in your house. Especially if you have an uptight husband, for instance.
It's not by force to marry you.
Okay.
Do you understand? If you are not ready, don't do it. It's a commitment.
Yes.
Marriage is a very serious commitment. Once you get into it, you must understand that this is it. I'm here. I want to stay here. I'm going to work for this.
Why are you throwing your entire life away?
No,
okay
just don't go
now.
for sleepovers.
Okay,
Meet your friends. Have fun. Just don't
You
sleep
see,
over in
You
people's
still tell me
houses.
if I attach myself, you know something about men.
Yes.
When you not attach yourself to them, they almost want to let go of you as well.
When you are in a relationship
Yes.
and you are married and the man is saying that you are too attached, then there's a problem also. The man is maybe not ready for the level of relationship that he's asking
even
for.
couples have a time when they are actually just, there's always a time in your relationship when you feel like, oh, I just need some space.
I would say that in this kind of situation, there are excuses. Like, oh, my friend is getting married in Port Harcourt. All of us are going. I'm not going to follow you to your friend's wedding in Port Harcourt. I mean, those are excuses to do it. But don't just come and tell me that your friend that lives next street.
I don't need an excuse.
Just hold now. This is it now. So if doesn't it feel this way that it is better you are told they're going to be than to be lied to than you find out that it was a sleepover?
No, the real question is, why do you need to sleep in another person's
And she
house?
said,
Why do people go to hotels in the same state to sleep there?
This is a tradition I don't understand. You have a house, but you move out of your house to go and sleep in a hotel for the weekend. Why?
You want change of space.
So create a comfortable place for yourself.
What if your house is not conducive enough?
So create it. Make it conducive.
Can
It's
I jump
your
in on
house.
this one? You know, I have found out that I don't know how they make these hotel beds. There seems to be this certain coziness about the
It's
hotel
for sale
bed.
then they sell that bed for market. Na mattress. So then they sell them.
But
Buy it for your
not
house.
everybody can afford a hotel bed.
I don't understand. It's so cheap. They even sell second hand in a papa.
Oh, come on.
Spring beds
There's
with
just something
with all
about a
sorts.
different ambience.
Yes.
And you step in there.
Please
There's just
spend
something
money
about it.
on an interior decorator. Make your house your home that you don't want to leave.
So, Wale, let's flip it round. If it were a sleepover where the ladies are coming with their spouses, would you be okay with that?
I've heard of maybe a games night with spouses. I've heard of stuff, but sleepover. Where will we sleep?
You are going with, yes, that's the thing.
Where are we
You
going
rent
to
a
sleep?
shortlet and all of maybe like a 4-bedroom shortlet. Each person comes with their spouses. Is that a
And we-
sleepover?
and we
That
play
is a
games
sleepover. You
and-
play game night into the
No,
night
it's not
into the
somebody's
next
house.
morning.
Now. It's not somebody's house. Now.
But it's a house.
But it's still a gathering anyway.
If like I said, we can travel. We can travel. We can do group travel.
Group travels,
I mean, my
and there's no suspicion inside that.
The group travel.
That group travel, there's still something on that
No,
G.
I will understand a group travel. There might be on the G, I wouldn't know, but I can't stop you from a group travel with your friends.
Yes.
You can't stop me from a group travel with my friends. I mean, we're still human beings, individuals.
Yes.
But when we're in the same state, we're in the same local government, you now pack your load and say you want to go and spend the night in another man or woman's house for the sake of friendship, something you cannot talk in broad daylight, something there.
Okay, I live in Ikorodu. Sorry to all the Ikorodu people. And Ikoyi just feels like a more, a better environment. And my friend lives in Ikoyi.
Yeah.
And I want to change environment.
Work harder, my dear.
So that you can upgrade. Okay, so now we've heard of cases where most of these issues, and also just heard of a case which we have to keep very, very private, where it was a sleepover gone wrong. Good upbringing, fearful.
It always goes wrong.
So
No, it
that's
doesn't.
one of the fears. So how come at that point where a sleepover goes wrong, what really happens and who comes to the rescue at that point?
So are we talking about extreme cases or maybe loss of life or, or what kind of wrong are we talking
Marriage
about?
fidelity was on the line
It's a choice.
and was violated.
It's a choice. If you want to be infidel or whatever, you want to do, it's your choice.
Look, I mean, when you do sleepovers and then there's a glass of wine and you're jesting and maybe so. Look, anything can happen.
I think
They
it's
will
a
not start doing
mindset.
truth or dare.
It's a mindset.
No, it's not.
It's a mindset. How would I be having wine? Even if I went to a
Yeah.
restaurant with you
Yes.
and we're having wine together and we're friends, anything I thought before, I will make sure that we take it to the last leg. So it doesn't matter where you're having the wine.
Actually, look. Where is your dedication to your partner?
It was just the absence. It was because Adam was away. That was why, the serpent took Eve on an outing. And that was it. So that's absence. So you can imagine that. So just imagine what.
Just believe in your spouse. That's what I can tell you.
There must be evidence. So you earn it.
What do you want me to say?
You earn it.
If I tell you I went to visit my friend, and you in your brain you already assume maybe your wife is very hot, for instance.
Yes.
You know she's hot, and your mind no go ever touch ground. That one is for sure. She tells you she's going to visit someone as the opposite sex, and even if you even know that person to be her friend, and she some friends are just neutral.
My first attempt is to cut all male friends out of your life.
Why would you do that?
What are you doing with them? It's not controlling.
Why would you do that?
What are you doing with male friends? What am I
not doing with male friends?
You have brothers, you have a dad,
Yes,
you have
You
cousins.
met me.
Eh?
You met me
Yeah.
with friends.
No, wait. You have
And
colleagues.
can we
you have
trust
colleagues?
besties, male besties?
Personally, okay, your first and most important bestie should be your spouse, okay? But even if I want to strip my male friend off the bestie title, doesn't stop me from relating with that person. The way
Just don't sleep over in their house. And I don't know what you people are talking about. What are you talking about? Come on now. Look, two can play the game. Oh. Do you understand?
Yes.
Me too. I can sleep over in my friend's house now. That's female.
You say you should not sleep over.
Oh my God.
And Wale,
We know what we're doing there now.
Yes, and Wale has been very upfront about that.
Yes, we
If
know
I
what we're
tell
doing
you-
there.
So automatically,
Yes.
you're already saying that it is the men that are the problem.
Wale, so
Because I'm telling you, as a
Oh.
woman, I can hold myself together.
Yes.
I can hold ground. But you as a man, you cannot.
I don't
Well,
look. I have had very funny stories of a bestie going to sleep in a guy's house, but the guy is always trying to sleep with with the lady. But the lady is very stern. She says no, they never do it. But guess what? The guy is always spooning her in the night. Then she'll now wake up and say, "Stop it now, stop it." The guy will grope her again. He says, "Stop it now, stop it." In the morning, she will now say, "Nothing happened." What are we talking? Are we children?
But nothing happened.
Oh my
Come
God!
on.
Wait, spooning.
The disrespect. In
Okay.
the first, you are not my own again. If they can be spooning you and be groping you, you are general market.
Where is the territory? Where is
Yes,
the boundary?
nah. When you belong to me and I belong to you, we mark our space.
Okay, have you identified these boundaries with your spouse? Because some things are not.
Oh my
are
God!
not big deals.
And the day you tell me that you want to go on sleepover, that is the day you will hear the story of your life. Now, then I'll explain it
Some
to
things
you.
are not big deals, though. Some things are when you go deep inside. That's a big deal. For some people, it's not a big deal.
Look.
Some things are fluid.
It's like saying it's just a kiss now. What's there? Do you understand? I mean, there are things they call now from clap in the enter dance.
Yes.
Why are you kissing somebody you don't intend to do anything with? Where are we going?
Yeah.
Do you understand? Let's just respect ourselves and keep our boundaries.
And in the opening, I remember Wale had talked about, and we had established the fact that there could be reasons why these sleepovers are necessary. For example, one is bereaved.
Yeah.
There's that time where you need people.
Understandable time.
And I like the fact you mentioned it can be communal.
Yeah.
Where it's not just one person alone.
So
Or
that
there's a crowd
there is balance.
There's
somehow.
a marker somewhere
Yes.
but even though that's not a guarantee, we know that
It's not,
too.
but
That
if
even in that communal
if
space.
you tell me you are going somewhere and you also say, "Oh, this my other friend is coming, the one that I think has sense," I might not mind.
Yes.
But there are some friends I know that you know their way now.
You
Now
can-
you still gist me about them or say they don't get sense. So. You understand? Now you see them say you go to their house. Come on. What are we
talking?
Yes, sir. The one you tell me that one man used to come and sleep over in your house.
Yes.
You now tell me you are going there. Come on. I mean, let's not.
The
kid
bell,
ourselves.
you just let ring
If
the
my
bell.
house is not nice enough for you, please let's arrange the upgrades necessary.
So now, which is also, we talked about how there could also be this concept of one is getting married tomorrow, and then the next thing there is need to do what you call the bridal shower or spinster night or
As
that,
annoying
we
as
need to
it
look
is,
at that aspect of
as
it.
annoying as it is, I don't think you really can stop that. Do you understand? Because women just want to spend time together and talk whatever they want.
I mean, men do theirs too.
And if it's the last time she's ever going to do it, it'll be okay if it's the
last
last
That last time
time.
could be a big
The
marker
last
that goes
time.
in to make the difference in what might
No,
determine.
it's not just one person. It's not the one that they will now bring a stripper to be jumping up and
Well,
down.
it's just coming to. It's an entertainer, not an actor.
Please now, you are
Come
going on a journey.
now.
You decide to go back first. Where are you going?
He's an actor.
Actor.
Yes.
Showing abs and jumping
they
up
are
and down.
actors, they are
And me,
actors.
I have pot belly.
Why you have a belly?
You are with me now. Why are you with a pot bellied man? No, be you choose.
Well, I'm going to look at my dream. Like,
Oh, why you then you setting for your reality next morning.
exactly.
I don't want you to be reminded of the abs.
What I would have gotten versus what I got. What I
Okay,
ordered.
what you ordered, right?
No, I'm not interested.
So-
who is paying the bills? Now me they pay bills.
Yeah.
Now. Make abs come pay. the
You will
bills.
see what I'll pay for the stripper anyway. So that is
So-
No,
fine.
no strippers.
No, but on another note, there's also the concept for guys as well. who-
Exactly. And theirs is even
where
wilder.
it looks like most times they get on that sleepover, there's tend to be the parting gift.
Okay, so
On
we
that
don't,
one.
we don't call it sleepovers.
Okay, we don't.
First of all,
It's just a name we call it.
It's the Bachelor's Eve. And Bachelor's Eves can be done in various ways. You can hang out, boys take an apartment, and then the strippers come. All of those kind of things happen. But
Yeah.
we don't harm ourselves.
Wow.
We don't traumatize ourselves. We don't do it to mess the relationship up. We just do it for the sake of, oh, guys, this is it. You know, bye-bye to
You're dropping your
manhood.
jersey.
Yeah, it's like you are dropping your jersey and saying, look, I'm leaving your team. Oh, they don't buy me for the other
Yes,
team.
yeah.
Oh, I they go.
Yes.
But you are not general market before now. If you were general market, what am I paying for?
No, men will be general market all their lives. And then come and stand on business like this.
No.
It's
Yes.
actually
We're in all our lives, we're general market.
So-
I agree. Until somebody pays the price for me to drop my jersey. And I will drop
In
my
summary,
jersey.
Jean, it looks like we have to cancel out
No,
sleepovers.
you can't take out girls' meetings. You can't take out girls.
They can meet.
You
Let them
can't-
not sleep
You can't take out
over.
sleepovers from a woman. It's not possible.
It's just don't sleep
It
there
can't
now.
happen. Not on this earth. Not anywhere in the world.
Oh my God.
Because it is necessary.
All right, so we bring it over to you now. That's how it is right now. It's Baseballs, and we like to hear what you think. Should spouses be allowed to go on sleepovers with their partners, let's say friends, or would it be safer if spouses go together on that sleepover? But even we've had cases where it seems even in that combined sleepover, and there will be another sleepover. Anyway, let's read your comments.